Because he never was able to come from under the umbrella he was under.
What umbrella is that?
Pretty much the Rap-A-Lot umbrella.
Finally get a chance to do an independent thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I get to release an album by myself first.
Yeah.
So Jay heard this record that I made called Scarface.
I'm gonna be super real with you. And I just don't think that the Ghetto Boy albums were perfect. In 1998 is when I really started looking at life like, damn. I always say it's the wolves, you know. He was raised by wolves and I was raised by that wolf, okay?
Right.
So when the wolf go kill, the wolf feed his pack, okay?
Yeah.
Me being raised by that same wolf, when I go kill, it's my responsibility to go feed my pack.
Brad Terrence Jordan, aka Scarface, was born on November the 9th of 1970. Face, originally from Houston, Texas, had to get it how he lived at an early age. Raised by his mother and grandmother in the South Acres neighborhood of Houston, coming up as a kid, Face watched his mother, who was a single parent, struggle to make ends meet for her family. In his teen years, Face briefly attended Missouri City Junior High School, aka Most City Junior High, from 1984 to 1986, and was once a member of the football team. Face, who originally went by DJ Action but was suggested the name Scarface by Willie D, was a member of the Ghetto Boys on Rap-A-Lot Records. Although Face will switch up the game going solo in 1991, no one, and I mean absolutely no one, could question his legitimacy throughout the South and across the nation. Scarface began his rap career during the mid-'80s for James Smith, aka J. Prince Sr.'s then federally label Rap-A-Lot Records. J. Prince was trying to revamp his group, the Ghetto Boys, and would eventually ask Face to join the group in the late 80s. These are the events that would take place before, during, and after Scarface signed to Rap-A-Lot Records. Despite challenging circumstances growing up, Face developed a strong passion for music at an early age, often writing rhymes in his spare time. Face's first chance at working with a label was with Lil Troy's Shortstop Records, a local label in Houston. Lil Troy was actually a valet for J. Prince and initially had Scarface first. After releasing the 12-inch single, Scarface, Another Hit to Put the Rest, produced by Bruce Rhodes, aka Grimm, Face will go on to sign with Rap-A-Lot Records and join the Ghetto Boys. Face's first solo album, Mr. Scarface Is Back, was a success. It wouldn't be long after that Face's popularity would overshadow the group the Ghetto Boys. On Fire and Hotter Than the Bissonette Hooker in 1992, Face featured along with Ice Cube and Bushwick Bill on the Cool G Rap and DJ Polo album Live and Let Die. Face remained a part of the Ghetto Boys while releasing a series of solo albums that kept him in the public view, with increasing record sales, making him the only Ghetto Boy member that has always remained with the group since the group roster was revamped in 1989. Face's career peaked with The Diary and The Last of a Dying Breed, which received overwhelmingly positive reviews and sales, earning Face Lyricist of the Year at the 2001 Source Awards. In 2002, Face released The Fix, the follow-up to The Last of a Dying Breed, and returned to the studio with the Ghetto Boys for another album, The Foundation. Face was also featured on the Biggie duets alongside Big G and Akon, going on to feature on Ray Cash's debut single, Bumpin' My Music.
The police coming straight from the underground. A young blowing big coming down.
In addition to his career as a rapper, Face has also been the coordinator and president of Def Jam South, where he fostered the career of Ludacris, whom he originally signed to the label.
Hey, you put it down right here in the ATL, man. What's been up with you, baby?
You know it don't stop, just doing a little Def Jam thing, you know, releasing a record at October time, you know. It don't stop.
Working that Ludacris project for y'all, you know what I'm saying?
You know, I appreciate that love and support, man, for this new artist, man. He's a great dude, man.
Yeah, cool,
for real.
Cool,
and he's got a great record, man.
No
indeed.
We gonna show you love, man. You know what I'm saying? You just got to the ATL. We been here. So you gotta recognize the real when it comes to video, you know what I mean?
Well, you know, real recognize real all over the world, whether it be real or real or real or real, you know? Yeah. Bye, y'all.
It was said that Face's stint as Def Jam was an attempt to get out of the grasp of J. Prince Sr., which was orchestrated by Jay-Z. Unbeknownst to many, Face's musical journey extends far beyond rap and hip-hop, even though one could cite legends of the game like Ice Cube, Jay-Z, Nas, Dr. Dre, Houdini, Slick Rick, and Big Daddy Kane as Scarface contemporaries. Face would find his entryway into the music game through other heavyweights like Black Sabbath, Kiss, and Jimi Hendrix. As a kid, Face grew up in a band. His uncles were in a band. His cousins were in a band, etc., etc.
No, I picked up a guitar because I grew up in a band. Johnny Nash is my cousin.
Face's uncles, who were all into music, would have jam sessions and take smoke breaks. Intrigued by what was going on, Face would always be that fly on the wall, watching them all day. Whenever his uncles would leave to take a smoke break, Face would pick up the guitar and try to do what he had seen them doing all day.
So, and then all my uncles played guitar and drums and smoked weed and jammed all day long. So when they got through, you know, jamming and went outside and chilled out, I was in the room smoking weed and jamming.
Not long after that, Face would ultimately learn how to play guitar from his Uncle Eddie. The rest would be history.
And my uncle played guitar in Johnny Nash's band.
Let's fast forward. Face, never one to bite his tongue when asked about what happened with Rap-A-Lot, would say that J. Prince was trying too hard to emulate Master P and No Limit Records. During an interview, Face went on record to say that J. Prince wanted to Master P the game. He fucked up so bad by trying to do Master P when he should have just continued to do him. Face would say that he felt like that was the fall of Rap-A-Lot Records. It was during this interview that Face blasted J. Prince for trying to release more music than Rap-A-Lot could handle. Face was obviously not happy about the entire situation, going on to state The World Is Yours, The Last of a Dying Breed, and Balls in My Word were all projects of his that were compromised by J. Prince. When it came to 2006's My Homies Part 2, Face went hard on J. Prince, and I quote, "J. Prince put my name on My Homies Part 2. Man, I didn't like that shit. If anything, I feel like he was trying to ruin my career with cutaway material that never made my fucking album. Jay is a totally disrespectful dude when it comes to your shit. Jay didn't give a fuck about you. Give a fuck about himself. He doesn't give a fuck about your family. He gave a fuck about his. He doesn't give a fuck about who you feed. He only feeds his people. That's real shit. I'm not making this shit up. Let's move on." Unbeknownst to many, there isn't a single Ghetto Boys album that Face actually liked. Pissed off at the time, Face would say that he didn't learn anything from being a part of the Ghetto Boys. This was all at a point in Face's life where he was the most miserable. Everybody else was happy but Face. He wasn't feeling the vibe. Not only in Houston, but across the entire United States, everyone knows that J. Prince doesn't take lightly to disrespect. Rumor in the streets of both New Orleans and Houston was that J. Prince got at Face about the comments that he had made during the interview. Most would speculate that the rumors were apparently true, as Face would later attempt to clean up the statements that he made in a new interview with Vlad TV. When asked about the beef, Face would say, "That's family business on a personal level. That's my brother. That's my blood."
So recently there was some news that you made some comments about James Prince, and I talked to you about it, and you said that a lot of that was taken out of context.
We have a family business.
Yeah.
And our family business is family business. You know, that's family business. As far as that's on a personal level, like that's my brother, that's my blood.
A lot of motherfuckers wanted to be like Mike growing up. I wanted to be like J. Prince.
You know, when you look at people that you would most, like a lot of motherfuckers wanted to be like Mike growing up, and I wanted to be like Jay.
He was raised by wolves, and I was raised by that wolf. I'm cut from the same cloth.
I always say it's the wolves. You know, he was raised by wolves, and I was raised by that wolf, okay?
Right.
So when a wolf go kill, a wolf feed his pack, okay?
Yeah.
Me being raised by that same wolf, when I go kill, it's my responsibility to go feed my pack.
Yeah.
You understand?
Absolutely.
So understand the cloth that we cut from. I'm cut from that cloth.
This complete 180 will be shocking to the music world. It's a known fact that J. Prince, with more than 30 years in rap music, has been deeply responsible for not just the Ghetto Boys, but an instrumental figure in the careers of Devin the Dude, Spray the Truth, Zero, Bun B, Big Mike, Pimp C, Tila, Seagram, and producer Mike Dean. Prince's son, Jazz Prince, also a Rap-A-Lot exec, has been involved with the career and development of Drake. In conclusion, when Face was asked does he still feel the same way about Jay, Face would say, and I quote, "In all actuality, that shit that J. Prince did was just business. Legally, it's right. Morally, as an artist, I feel that shit is wrong. I wouldn't just take somebody's shit and throw it out there like that just to make a little change."
Soft-spoken rap mogul has a reputation that precedes him. With some, it's unbelievable respect. Others, it's admiration for his charity efforts in the community, like after-school programs and free food giveaways at the Prince Boxing Complex. And for some, to be frankly honest, it's just downright fear of the man.
I don't desire to be feared. I desire to be loved if that's possible. But most of all, I just want to be respected, you know, and I don't want nobody to fear me. I'm a lovable person, you know. I'm a small guy also.
Small or not, Prince knows the heavy weight that comes with his name and his empire, the one he built in Houston that still stands tall even today. James Prince had a simple dream in 1986 that led him down a road many wish they could travel. A road paved with platinum and gold albums that now hang in his homes and at the place he built called Rap-A-Lot.
Sometimes I can't believe my own eyes.
Those blessings come in the form of high-profile children like Jazz and James Prince Jr., who are making millions themselves, and they're both under 30. And then there are the trappings of success. Prince has a fleet of cars that go from Rolls Royces to an armored vehicle. There's a penthouse with square footage that could only be guessed.
You know, whenever I want to feel that feeling of tranquility to be able to think, shoot out to the lake house, shoot out to the ranch.
This is the ranch, 1,100 rolling acres of land in Waller County with a huge private lake, cattle, and a huge main house. Inside is designed for entertaining or just relaxing. Yet another huge kitchen, expensive furniture, and artwork. And you can't forget the pool in the back for the perfect summer day. Prince says he has 6 or 7 homes he actually lives in, from a lake house in Livingston to a compound in Memorial. There's the island he just purchased and the 47-foot Sea Ray in Kemah. You call that a yacht. With all of that, what else could this rap mogul want?
Now the bigger goals in life now is me.
Prince says now that he has all of the material possessions any man could want, he's now working on himself. He says he regrets not getting a formal education, but he's focused on bettering himself the best way he can.
Reading helps, and of course, you know, spiritual nourishment, you know, hearing the word of God.
Prince is a very spiritual man. He says God is a huge motivator in his life. He believes to whom much is given, much is expected.
I definitely want to be inspiring and inspirational figure to all of those who have any respect about you know, our movement.
So what's next for Prince besides self-improvement? Well, he just brokered the biggest non-pay-per-view fight for super middleweight champ Andre Ward through Jay-Z's company Rock Nation.